Oh, hi there. You are earlier than I thought you were going to be. 1 second. Let me just take a look at what we're working with today. Okay. Would you mind if I were to give them just a little bit of a wash, a little clean before? Okay, how about a snip? Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. Okay, give me just a second. I have a little sponge here. Well, obviously you want to clean them before you snip them. Well, we want to measure them to make sure that they are perfect. And if they're not perfect, we're going to make them perfect. Well, because we're going for right? Yeah, as a replica. Not to say that your ears aren't beautiful and lovely the way they are, but if we're trying to replicate someone else's ears. Yeah, they were just a little bit dirty. Not horrible or anything. But any amount of dirt or grime or hair, that's probably not your fault, that's my fault. Yeah, I'm just using like a sticky thing to get all that. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of measuring, and then what I'm seeing already is that like right here, the tip, it's not quite right for the replica we're going for. Okay. That's looking pretty clean. Let me grab my tape measure. I do need to measure every little part here. And maybe do just a little bit of calculations. Okay. That's pretty good. Well, we're not going to need to change your loop very much. Yeah, we will need to change the helix, well, because obviously it's pointed and yours is not pointed. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna get behind you just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Well, from ear to ear, 1 second. Oh, interesting. How do you feel about changing your face? Understandable. Work with what you give me. Well, I mean, that depends on how important exact replica is to you. I don't have to cut if you don't want to. That's all you. Yeah, we could just measure if that's all you're feeling like today. But it does heal very fast if I cut, so you don't have anything to worry about. that. That's not right. That's gonna need to go. Your tray is so stupid. One second. It's hard to measure all the parts of your ears with the standard tape measure. Okay. No, I don't like that. We should use the square. So we want it to be about this size, and we're gonna need to cut down just like right there. I think that. So we're having a problem with some asymmetry. Technically a very beautiful thing, but not a very precise thing. If we're wanting to get those exact replica ears that we're going for, there will need to be a little more work on this ear. I'm thinking that we want it to be about 11, 30 seconds. Okay. Something like that. Well, what if we went with a more... One second. Well, in attempting to be exact, there are a lot of different ways we could get there. It only needs to look, not necessarily be the same, you know? So we could do just a little cutting. One second. Right. So you're down for that, right? I don't need to... Okay. I appreciate you being a good sport. Well, we don't have a ton of time. The sun is going down. And I go home after dark. So I'm thinking we're gonna go right here with the 1/2 maybe. And or the helix right there. And right there we're gonna go with about like a 75% angle. Okay, I'm gonna start doing a little bit of cutting and then I'll do a little more measuring. Okay. Right, I just want to start by doing... I just want to get the outside part started. Then we're going to need to deal with a little bit of the inside part, so... Just like that, I think. Okay. And you were against changing the face? Okay. I'm just trying to even them up. Okay, so I just did right here on the helix. We're going to need to do a little more cutting. I do need to make sure that the inside of your ears are clean because we're going to be going in just a little bit. Okay? I just want to make sure all my angles were right. That looks good. No, there's no bleeding at all. You'd think there was, but you'd be wrong. Okay. I think that we got that angle just perfect. This one took a little extra. Oh, I just brought this to put your hair back. Yeah, it was in my way. Okay. Okay, inside now. So I'm just going to pick out any wax. We're not going to go super deep in here. It's just that I'm going to be reshaping right in front of the ear canal. And again, we don't want anything to be dirty, so I'm just going to go into your ears. Wrong side. And scoop out what I can. Just right there. Okay. Just well, we better speed it up. Okay, let me just see what else we can get out with these really quick. Well, you really have to clean more often. Every week. God. Okay, let me take it back. I apologize. That's tough, buddy. Okay, let me do a little more measuring. Then some quick calculations. I'm gonna get inside your ear. It's like 3 millimeters. Maybe like oh, lucky. It's the same on this one. That's good. What about right? That's about 2.5. Well, what do you think? Do you not like that angle? I think it looks exactly the same. Let me see. Wow. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna use the tiniest, tiny circles here. Just to measure right by the know that. Okay, so what about that one? It's like that's too big. That's way too big. That's okay. We're gonna fix it. That's right. Maybe it's a square. Maybe we gotta go with the square. That would make sense. So if we go like from down there, I think that's gonna look better. That's the thing about replicas. You gotta get perfection within, you know, your limitations. And we do have some limitations. Not because your ears aren't beautiful, but because they're not right. And I think we still want them to look good, even if we want them to match. So, I think if we just reduce everything around, like we keep everything in scale, right? We can keep everything in scale, and then just make them the tiniest bit smaller, because your head is smaller than, yeah. I think. Yeah, I think that that's gonna work really well, and it'll still look good. Still look very much, you know, very much like what you're trying to go for. But we'll just reduce the size. It doesn't mean I'm going to need to cut quite a bit of it. Okay, let me grab my scissors. So this one is not really. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna get right inside the ear canal here and just kinda. Mm-hmm. Trying to make them even can be a little difficult. Yes, luckily I know what I'm doing. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, cutting ears is like virtually the same as cutting hair. Let's take a look at that. I need a light. I just need we don't finish it before dark, that's gonna be a problem. I mean, I could put some back. What if I put some back? Let me try putting some back. Yeah. Let me just stick it back on. I'm pretty sure that's how medicine works. I mean, it's sticking. I think it's working. Okay. How do you feel? How does all of this feel? Okay, well, there's still a little bit more to be done. I'm just kind of perforating it. We're just giving it the texture it needs to. I do want to color it too, like get the right paint color on it. What is that? Lord. Did I put that there? Everything's good. You look fabulous. Kind of. You just want the texture to be kind of realistic because we put stuff back on. We didn't want it to look like fake or anything. It'd be embarrassing. What do you feel that's kind of like? Yeah, so it leaves like little perforations to kind of suck in the color that we're going to put on. Like a tattoo with too many steps. Okay, let me grab the paint to make these all beautiful. They look to be the right shape now. Pretty good. Yeah, where is it? There we go. What I do, I need to match the color of your skin. Okay. I'll use my big brush. Pop it on out. Sorry, I keep going behind you. I really need a table. Alright. Okay, so let's see here. You look. Okay. I'm seeing some pink undertones. So we'll start with a little bit of red. And then let's sort in peach. the ears are like a slightly different color than the face. So it's okay if they're maybe a little redder. In fact, that might look really natural. Let's add a little more red. Okay. I think that looks good. Let's get you painted up. This looks perfect. And I'm not just saying that because it's almost dark and I'm gonna go home soon. I maybe should have put just a little bit of like an undertone of blue because your cheek is kind of yeah, that's fine. I think I need to mix a little bit more. 1 second, I did not make enough paint. Your ear is bigger than I thought it was. A little bit of blue this time. We're gonna go over it again. Mix it a little more up. Okay. Right there. Yeah. That looks so much better. Well, because it's I'm making a darker color because inside the ear you want there to be, you don't want it to be the exact same color. That's not what a real ear looks like. I don't look crazy. You look crazy. I mean, I should have asked you to sit down. You're very tall. It's cool. Oh no. Okay. I just want to mix a little bit more. Seriously, this stuff just puts on like crazy. Because you have to get it behind too. You can't just paint the front of the ear. That would look ridiculous. Okay. Final inspection. Did we calculate all our angles correctly? Perfect. And also perfect. What about the lobes? I didn't take that much off of the lobes. Perfect. Perfect. And look at that. Just as the sun went down. Alright. Thanks for coming in. It's hard to measure all the parts of your ears with the standard tape measure. I just dropped my tool.